Good afternoon, everybody. Well, afternoon here in Texas as I sit here in my practice. And I'm going to talk about something kind of embarrassing today. Something, I say embarrassing, though I'm not ashamed of it necessarily, but just something that I don't always or no one really, enjoys jumping up and talking about, right? And that is mistakes that I've made in the past. I really am excited about releasing this training on how to build your cash-based practice that's going to be coming out in a few days. And I meant what I've said a few times. If you follow me on social media, that one of the things that has led to me doing this is I've come across so many people over the years who have really genuinely wanted to start their own practice, and they graduated, got their license, and they're genuinely excited about starting their own practice, and then they have to close their doors and go look for a job at an agency or a school, or working at somebody else's group practice and taking every insurance in the book, and those sorts of things. And the mistakes that they make are avoidable. The mistakes that they've made that led to those offices closing and those bad things happening were relatively avoidable mistakes. And some of the people out there that are offering trainings on this, in this space, some of the people out there offering trainings, they're not coming from a perspective of people who've done it. Like, I've actually lived making a private practice. I've actually lived building a private practice, and I've actually lived off of my private practice for more than 10 years and built it to the point where it's making multiple six figures over the course of a decade. And it's frustrating when I see people who genuinely want to build an office and make an impact in their lives and make an impact in clients' lives, who are following outdated, archaic, or in some cases just completely inappropriate advice that's leading to them failing. Like, it was a big motivator to me. So when I finally was able to carve out the time in my schedule, taking a break from doing my solution-focused work, and teach it and really express it. Now, I'm going to admit, I have made almost every mistake you could make. I don't come from a family where there's a ton of money. I don't come from a family where there's a ton of entrepreneurs. I don't come from a family, from a background where I knew at all what I was doing. And just like everybody else, when I was in graduate school, they didn't teach me how to run a private practice or think like an entrepreneur. I learned the clinical stuff. I got prepared to take my licensing exam and so on and so on. But the world of running a practice is so completely different. And I made every mistake in the book. So the training I'm about to release, if you go to buildyourcashbasedtherapypractice.com, buildyourcashbasedtherapypractice.com, I'm about to release a training. The first video in the series comes out on February 20th. And I'm really going to share the top mistakes you can make that lead towards failure. And like I said, I've made most of them. And I'm not only going to share what they are, because what's the point in telling you what they are? I'm going to tell you how to avoid them and what things you need to do to have in place to make sure that you don't ever have to worry about those fatal flaws that lead to your office doors closing. In fact, I'm also going to tell you how to do things to not only make sure you don't experience those mistakes, but to make sure that you can take your practice to the optimum peak and let it function at the highest level. Because that's the goal. It's not just about running a practice that doesn't make mistakes. It's about running a practice that thrives like a well-oiled machine so that you can serve as many people as possible and that you could live the life of your dreams, running a successful business that you're in control of, running a successful business that's making you enough money that you can live off of and pay back those dreaded student loans and all of those things. So sign up for that training. All you got to do is put in your email address and I'll send it to you. And I'm going to tell you not only, there's going to be a lot of stuff in it, but what I'm in part what I'm most excited about is I'm also going to tell you the 5 or 6, maybe even 7 biggest mistakes that people make that lead to their office doors closing. How do you avoid them? And then how do you make sure you avoid them in such a way that leads to your office thriving in the biggest possible way? And I'm talking to you as someone who's done it and lived it. I'm sitting here in my office, in my therapy practice, 10 years after I opened it. And when I started, I had no earthly idea what I was doing. But through perseverance, trial and error, work, I was able to build an office that had a really, really huge impact on my life and the life of the people that I saw over time. And I'm just excited to share that, because you guys don't have to go through what I went through, and some of the things that I'm going to be sharing are going to be helping you avoid some of those pitfalls so that you can just be successful and live the life of your dreams. I mean, and some of this to me is I don't know, the only word I can think of at the moment is kind of selfish. Like, I went through a lot of difficulty, a lot of struggle, a lot of pain, and being able to share it with you to allow you to avoid this difficulty, to avoid this struggle, to avoid that pain, gives what I went through purpose. You know, I used to always tell people, I know, like when I was building my practice, and I got to a point where I couldn't even imagine the money I was making and the clients I was seeing and the impact I was having, I knew, like, I must be going through this for a greater purpose than just having a lucrative practice. And now I realize part of it is to share my story so that other clinicians going down that path don't have to go through the things that I went through. And it just gives so much more of my journey purpose. So all you have to do to sign up is go to buildyourcashbasedtherapypractice.com. Put in your name and email address, and put in the best email address you have so you can get the whole series without, you know, my email being blocked or sent to your spam and those sorts of things. And then check out what we got on offer. It's gonna be really good. I think you're gonna enjoy it, and I am very, very excited to share it with you. So go to buildyourcashbasedtherapypractice.com, sign up, get the series, and learn from my journey, because it really is satisfying to me. And like I said, it helps me know that all the stuff I went through had purpose and meaning. It wasn't just about the struggle. If I could help even one clinician out there avoid this struggle, if I could help even one clinician out there avoid what I went through, it would make everything I went through worth it. It would make everything I went through worthwhile. It would just make such a difference. So please sign up, and please share it with your friends and peers in school, your co-workers at agencies. I want to make this thing as shareable as possible, because there's so much misinformation out there that I want to make sure we address it. You know, I was reading a book recently. It was a random book about marketing. I was on a flight doing a keynote event somewhere in Georgia. And in the book, the gentleman said that one of the reasons businesses fail is because they run their business in 2016 like it's 2006. And I was like, wow, that's kind of what I would say about most of the material that's available about how to run a private practice. Like, I found material about how to run a private practice that's still talking about things like backlinking and blogging. I mean, some of this information is just super archaic, and I want to make sure that all you have to do is watch these videos and you can immediately start implementing some of this stuff into your business strategy and build the practice of your dreams. So just go to that website, buildyourcashbasedtherapypractice.com, sign up, and then I'll be sending you the content as soon as it's available. So thanks for watching this video. Please scroll down on the bottom. If you're watching this on my Facebook channel or my YouTube page, leave a comment. Please share it on LinkedIn and YouTube and your Facebook page and Twitter, and let's really work to make this thing go viral so that I can share this with as many people as possible. Thanks so much, and I hope you have a great week. Happy Monday, everybody, and I look forward to sharing this material with you real soon. Thank you.